All right, guys. Hope everyone, first of all, had a really good Easter weekend. I know I did. Got to spend some time with the family. That's always an enjoyable day. Take a moment this morning. We've got our March Madness sale going on here at Woodbait Country, and I wanted to go through a few baits. Some of these are baits that I really like to use right now. Baits that you may want to look at or stock up on for the upcoming fishing season. And then I've got a few new baits in here as well. But let's start off with some of the Black Label hard baits. And you see here, don't get me wrong, I love to crank, but this time of the year around the spawn and the shad spawn is really when the top water bait really starts to come into play, and that's starting to happen now here where I live in South Mississippi, and then it's going to progressively happen over the next couple of months the further north that you go. But when it comes to fish that are garden fry, the tease has always been just an absolute killer for me. Fish that are on a bed, females that are up there cruising, the tease works really good on those. But the tease is also a great choice for those fish that have already spawned out. Their fry have already hatched and they're guarding those fry up high in the water column. The tease is absolutely a great bait for that. The shad spawn's fixing to start kicking off, and the shad spawn for me, depending on where you live and what kind of weather conditions that you have, for covering water during the shad spawn, I really like the battle toad or the law dog. These are both really good baits on the shad spawn. And then this is the heads up. This is the wake bait that we released last year. It was extremely popular during the shad spawn for a lot of places all over the country. Just a really good slow moving top water bait. This bait also can be effective around fish that are garden fry as well because it is so slow. But we've got a few new plastics too. The player shad, it's continuing. I'm getting pictures from y'all every day, which I really appreciate. Fish that y'all calling a player shad, for the live scope game, the video game. This is about as good as you can get. This is as shad-like of a bait as you can possibly get. Extremely effective. You put it on a jig head and chase those live scope fish around. This is the new player worm. This is a bait that we just got on the website. This is hologram dome. The player worm is very similar to most of your standard drop shot worms. It has a flat bottom, but the one difference and the primary difference in the player worm is the bottom of the tail. I've got a cup cut in the bottom of the tail. So it gives the worm the ability to undulate a little better, have a little more movement, have a little bit better quivering when it's motionless. But that's the new player worm. I have it in the 6 and 4.5 inch size. You can't go fishing in the springtime without a stick bait. This is the Tremble stick in a new color that's called Mesquite Candy. It's a smoke color with some candy different flake, got some copper, some green, some purple in it. I've got these on the website now. The hollow point. The hollow point is just gaining more and more traction every day. Everybody's getting to try it. I'm getting a lot of real positive feedback. For those of y'all that hadn't seen the hollow point is my straight tail worm. But if you see, the bottom of the tail has a cup cut in it, and then it goes in this real needle point style tail. It really makes this worm have a tremendous amount of action no matter how you rig it, whether you Nico rig it, put it on a shaky head, a Carolina rig. Very good worm fish. Wacky style, which is also a great technique to catch those fry garters. So the hollow points are going strong. The CP crawl. I know all of y'all are getting ready this time of year to get started swimming a jig. You're throwing bladed jigs. That's also going to be extremely popular during the shad spawn as well as during the fry garter stage, and even going all the way into the summer. So the CP crawl, it's a great flipping and pitching bait, but you need to really look at this bait for putting it on your skirted bait as a trailer, even on a spinner bait. And last but not least, this is the Bug Junior. And you see I picked out a pearl white to show, and the reason I picked this out, this little small Bug Junior is an ideal bait for sight fishing. For those of y'all that have got fish that are going on the beds all over the country, the Bug Junior is a perfect size, perfect little profile. But one thing I like about the Bug Junior, and this is really key for me for sight fishing, because when you're sight fishing, typically you're trying to catch a big one. You're not going to sight fish for a 12-incher unless it's just a really hard day, and I've been there. But the Bug Junior, when you compare it to other baits in its class, when I made the Bug Junior, I wanted a little small compact bait that I could still put a really big hook in. I can fit my 4/0 BKK straight shank flipping hook, heavy duty, heavy wire straight shank flipping hook in this little small bait. So it makes the bait just about all hook, and I can use it on really big line and really lean into them fish when I'm sight fishing and I finally get one of those big females to bite. So hope y'all had a great Easter. Appreciate y'all keeping up with us. I just wanted to keep y'all in the loop on some new things here at Black Label and Woodbait Country. And don't forget, all this is under our sale right now, as well as all of our other products that we have. March Madness sale goes till midnight Wednesday night. Code is MM10. When you check out, you get 10% off everything in your cart. Great time to stock up on all our black label hard baits and soft baits, BKK hooks, and all the other brands that we carry. Apparel's on sale. Everything on the website is 10% off.